Welcome, guys. Start out the day a little bit under 72,000. That's okay. Can't be going up forever. Yesterday, we almost, like 100, maybe 200 points away from breaking all-time high. We will get back up there. We will get there very, very soon. But, man, we've been on a tear recently. I mean, just to remind you guys, we were down here, okay, just 3 days ago. We went, we were going sideways for this long, and then boom. So that was pretty exciting for the last 3 days. So, we retraced a little bit. That's quite okay, but I do expect, boom, we will be retesting that shortly. And then, you know what? The sky is the limit. But right now, we have retraced a little bit. That's to be expected. Things were getting a little bit too hot, and that is perfectly normal. Looking at today, let's see, the U.S. market, kind of mixed. Could be a good day, although we got mixed numbers today in the U.S. NASDAQ is green. I talked about this recently, and you know what? This may be coming true sooner than expected. So the OTC desk, so this is where like all the big institutions, the ETFs, anyone that wants to buy a tremendous amount of Bitcoin, this is where they go to buy. They don't just like go buy like retail investors on Coinbase or Kraken or crypto.com or whatever, right? That would be silly. If they're trying to buy 10,000 Bitcoin, they're not going to go, log into a Coinbase account or Robinhood and buy 10,000 Bitcoin. That would be absolutely silly. So they buy it through the OTC market. There's definitely a place for it. And right now, according to the chart, there's roughly around $30 billion worth of Bitcoin in the OTC market. Okay. And, there are times where there's large deposits into the OTC desk, and there's times where there are no deposits in the OTC desk as of like right now. Recently, there's none, or there's nothing. Okay. So according to this right now, there's about $30 billion worth, right? Which sounds like a whole lot. About 416,000 Bitcoin that's in the OTC, that's about $30 billion that's kind of sitting there that could be sold. And it sounds like a lot until you realize that the ETFs alone are now ramping up so much, they're getting close to buying $1 billion per day. Yesterday was crazy, especially for BlackRock, who purchased 643 million alone. And if you add everyone else, it was an 870 million inflow day. The volume yesterday was 5 billion in one single day. I mean, these ETF guys are making crazy amount of money. Crazy amount, because they're making like 0.2%, 0.25%. So they're making, you do the math, they're making a lot of money, tens of millions of dollars every single day just from people trading ETFs. But they're also making a lot of money by holding the Bitcoin too. Anyway, so bottom line is that 30 billion in the OTC market seems like it's a lot, right? But it's really not if these ETFs are buying like $500 million or $750 million or soon $1 billion per day. That's, it'll only last 30 days, 45 days, at most 60 days. If this continues on at this pace and only increases, this is the question that I posed recently. Like, where are they going to get their Bitcoin when the OTC market dries up? Like after 60 days, let's just say hypothetically, if this continues and this ramps up to 1 billion per day, and let's just say the OTC desk somehow replenishes and finds another 30 billion, and they have 60 billion, and the ETF's taking 1 billion per day for 60 days, and let's say that goes to zero, where are they going to get the billion per day afterwards? I don't know. I like to talk to someone that actually can answer that, because if the OTC desk has zero to sell to these ETFs, where are they going to get their billion per day? I like to know that. I really don't know what happens then. So that's the big question. Like right now, everyone takes it for granted that there's unlimited amount of Bitcoin that just goes around, and you could always buy unlimited amount, and these ETFs can buy unlimited amount everywhere. That's just simply not the case. If this keeps on ramping up and these ETFs are soaking up 870 million, 1 billion per day, it has to come from somewhere. And if there's no one that can actually sell them 1 billion per day every single day moving forward, where is the Bitcoin going to come from? That's the question. Maybe it will come from spot someday. I don't know. I really would like to know that. But I do know this. If that day ever comes and there's not enough to go around, the price is going to skyrocket. That's what's going to happen. The prices go skyrocket infinitely. And we, the holders, will be benefiting when those days come. From jobs creation, out of nowhere, we got a huge jobs number in October, more than doubling the estimates from Dow Jones. Dow Jones expected that October number or September number was going to be really, really bad, 113,000. And somehow we got 233,000 jobs added. From 113,000, I don't know why they estimated so badly, and we got double the amount of jobs. Was this like done on purpose to make it seem like the economy is better than it is right before elections? Is that the purpose of this? I don't get how they could be so off with their estimate. It makes no sense. So I guess this is supposed to be a good reading, but the GDP was a bad reading. GDP came in at 2.8% for third quarter, and the estimate was supposed to be 3.1%. So the GDP went down. So the economy grew less than expected, yet the jobs for last month grew higher, or jobs added went higher. So it's kind of mixed. I don't know. So I don't know how Wall Street's going to take it. It's kind of mixed.